You are listening to Phoenix and the Hummingbird, Chapter 7, story written and created by Jasper BlackLace, audio by Koushi. Genevieve's POV. The next morning, Fifi pecked at the cage, waking me up and telling me she either wanted to spread her wings or she was hungry. It also means I slept in because of my overwhelming arousal from last night's moments between me and Ophelia. Her skin was like setting off a ticking time bomb before I had a chance to throw it away. I reacted instinctively towards her. My mind was filled with her smile and her soft skin. Let's just say my dreams were toxic to the promise I made to Raphael. I finally make myself stand from my bed, my nightgown slipping down from my shoulders and landing on the floor as I walk toward Fifi's cage to let her out. After filling her food and her flying around the room, I get dressed. I put on a basic shirt and pants as today I have some horseback riding lessons for my annual race in 2 months. Nora knocks and enters quickly, not knowing Fifi has been out, and before I knew it, she flew out of my bedroom door and down the hallway. Seconds later, I'm pushing past her and chasing her down the hall, definitely breaking a thick sweat. She makes so many turns I don't realize Ophelia and Lucinda's room is just before me until Ophelia opens the door. At the same time, Fifi fails her left turn and flies right in over her head. Fifi, wait! My voice comes out scratchy as I bump right into her soft frame and send us both to the ground in a heap of mess and pain. I hear a soft whimper below me and I move too quickly to help her stand. Shit! Her window from the outside was open. That's not good. Fifi, come back! My frantic voice must have startled Ophelia as I heard her scramble to the window and slam it shut just before Fifi managed to escape, but not without smacking her beak right off the paned glass. Oh boy, that had to hurt. I rush over to Fifi, picking her up into my arms. Her discomfort was very clear as the panic in me began to rise. Ophelia ran over to her desk, flipping through a book before running over to me, scooping Fifi from my arms and taking her to her bed. What are you... I was stunned into silence as she placed Fifi on the bed and began stretching her wings out with a magnifying glass. She examines every inch of her before reading a page in her book. She runs over to me, showing me the page and pointing to the list of items. I called one of the staff outside her room, asking them to get these materials and some ice water. Is she going to be okay? My voice is shaking as Ophelia keeps scanning Fifi with her eyes before she glances at me with a smile over her shoulder and nods. Soon the staff returns with the requested items. Ophelia grabs my arm, giving me a thick cotton cloth and a bowl of ice water. She makes me wet the cloth and place it over Fifi's eyes to keep from swelling. She makes a concoction of some sort that she feeds through a syringe. It was apparently for pain relief, and it is safe for birds. She also wraps her right wing in a sling. She has her interpreter in the room to relay most information back to me. Give her this 3 times a day for 2 weeks to avoid any long-term damage. Ice her head for 20 minutes every other hour for a week, and then repeat this with warm water for 20 minutes for the second week. No flying for a month, and keep the sling on her right wing for a month. Okay, I understand. We both sat there for the next 10 hours until I could train 2 staff members to take care of her when I couldn't. Once they took Fifi to our on-site animal clinic for the next month, a sigh of relief left my lips, and Ophelia looked down at the ground standing before me. She walks to her notebook and pen and begins writing something down. She's facing away from me. Her long orange hair braided back into a long fishtail, and her dress slim and short, gliding down to her ankles. Without thinking, I walk towards her and wrap her in my arms. The tears begin to flow without hesitation. Thank you. My voice is cracking and my eyes keep leaking with weakness and fear. Ophelia's small frame in my arms is so comfortable and soothing. I just can't let go until she taps on my arm softly, making me release her and step back. She lifts her notebook to me, the words barely legible through my tears. I'm sorry. I had to do a double take. What does she mean, I'm sorry? Without her, I could have lost Fifi, either to the outdoors or through an injury. Are you crazy, Ophelia? You just spent 10 hours with me, helping to stabilize her enough to keep her alive. How could you be sorry? She writes down on her pad quickly before facing it towards me. If I didn't slam the door so hard, she may have had a chance to avoid the injury altogether. If you hadn't shut the door, she would have escaped and I would probably never see her again. I couldn't be more thankful to you that you shut the door. I just hope I helped her. She's a beautiful girl. Fifi was her name, right? Yes, her name is Fifi. I named her after my mother. That's very sweet. Can I come see her once she's better? Of course. Impulsively, I wrap my arms around Ophelia again and hold her there. She doesn't fight against it, and she eventually hugs me back. Her embrace is warm and gentle. It sends my heart ablaze, and without thinking, I plant a kiss on her forehead and step away. Ophelia, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done without you today. So please, come to my garden tomorrow. I have something for you. She nods at me and places a hand to her forehead and smiles at me. Her blushed cheeks grow darker as I make my retreat out of the room. Good night, Ophelia. I will see you tomorrow. Not waiting for her response, I make my way back to my room. I arrive at my room to see my brother and Lucinda outside my door. They look much closer than last night, and that was only proven when I got the notification from my father that they are staying. This means my brother made the choice. Hey sis, how's Fifi? My brother asks me softly as I make my way towards them. Lucinda has her hand resting on his shoulder with the same pity-filled glance on her face. She has been sent to the animal clinic for a month, but she should be okay. Just don't let Nora come back for a while. I don't want to look at her. While it's not completely Nora's fault, I still will take any excuse to have her away from me at all times. She is nothing but awful. She's on paid leave for 3 months. Father expected that reaction. I was told to give you her letter of apology, though. He handed me her letter. It was a white envelope with her signature on the back. Thanks. Honestly, bro, I'm super tired. I want to sleep. Can we talk tomorrow? I fake a yawn to prove my point before I open my door. Sure, but I do need to tell you that the greeting ball will be hosted next week, so you'll have to get a new dress fitting the family by then. Send me your measurements in the morning. Will do. Good night, you guys. Congrats on the engagement. I shut my door seconds later and wait for the footsteps to become non-existent before I slide to the floor against my door, hugging my knees to my chest. Great. I guess I have to see Lacey then. Fucking hell. You have completed Phoenix and the Hummingbird Chapter 7, story written and created by Jasper BlackLace, audio by Koushi. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.